Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since we've been here. Here being the airport. I don't know if you've been aware, you've been living under a rock, but we have been in the middle of a pandemic, a Panasonic, however you wanna describe it. So it's been a while since we've done one of these, a travel vlog. I'm just gonna jump straight into it and say that it hasn't started well. It hasn't started on the best foot. Don't want to go into too many details. All I would say is if you are going to go anywhere, just double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuplets check where it is you're going, what COVID restrictions they have, if you need to have vaccinations, if you need to have tests, any of that. For the sake of your sanity and the sake of your bank account and the sake of your emotional well-being, just check. That's what I'm going to say. Especially if you are going anywhere in the continent of Asia, which I am. I literally can't even contain my excitement. Guys, I'm going to Japan. I would say that I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. Like, I have not been planning this for months and like I've known that I've been going, but guys, I'm going to, excuse my language, I'm going to Japan! Well, I've just boarded my Korean Air flight. Tell me why they're playing Blackpink. Just landed in South Korea. I have a 2-hour layover at this airport, and within 5 seconds of getting off the plane, it happened. It happened. I saw another black person and we smiled at each other. It's a bidet toilet. I was hoping I'd see one of these. I'm so excited. Okay, well, that bidet just made me feel instantly refreshed after the longest leg of the journey. We're not quite there yet in Seoul Airport. Having a short layover before the final leg. And we made it! Okay, so I've just checked into my hotel. Please do not mind the fact that the mirror is all wet. I'm currently standing in the shower because I'm staying in a capsule hotel, which means that the showers are on a completely different floor to where the beds are. I think it's really cute. Like, they have all of this stuff in the shower. They give you a whole bag here with like towels and pajamas, and there's like a whole bunch of like skincare stuff that you can use. So I'm very excited about this. And I also I feel like I've been traveling at this point for like 24 hours. I just feel, despite the bidets in the toilets, which have been very helpful in keeping me feel fresh, I feel kind of disgusting. So I'm all freshly showered and pajamaed, but I'm also starving. So before I went in the shower, I went to the 7-Eleven around the corner and got some food to eat, but you're not allowed to eat up where the pods are. So I'm trying to now find where the lounge is. I've got 2 rice balls, one with a nice gummy egg, one with like a pork sausage, some sliced peach, and warm lemon tea. This is literally warm in my hand. It was hot on the shelf when I bought it. Wild. Starting day one off strong with a nice and healthy, nutritional, traditional Japanese meal. Now slowly approaching Candy Shop Alley. Apparently this area is very popular with locals, and honestly I can understand why. It seems like you can get just about anything here. Whether or not all of it is real, some of it is knockoffs, is a question that I will not be asking out loud. Quick refuel after the walking tour before I head into the zoo. The guy claimed that this was Wagyu. I don't know how true that is, but I do know it to be delicious, so I'm not mad. Well, as much as I'd love to see the giant panda, I'm simply not waiting in a 70-minute long queue. I'm just not doing it. Would anyone be surprised if I told you that flamingos used to be my favorite animal? Maybe. This zebra clearly just had a BBL and wants to show off the nice new butt. And honestly, don't blame you. Giraffes are like, hey girl, hey, come play with us. Not having it. I was clearly mistaken, it is not a zebra. And they were saying, hey cuz, family reunion. So this is my last night in Tokyo for now. I'm about to embark upon, endure an overnight bus, 8 night overnight bus to Kyoto, but do not fear, we shall be back in Tokyo soon enough. I survived the bus, as you can see from how rough I look. It actually wasn't too bad. We arrived a little bit early, which means I still have about half an hour wait just inside Kyoto main station for when the first subways are, so not bad for me. I'm sitting on the ground. Maybe I spoke too soon and I will not have to sit on the ground. Let's see. Oh, nothing. Just the view from my bus stop at sunrise. So I'm of course back in my pajamas that I got at the capsule hotel, but I just want to show you where I'm staying in Kyoto for the next week. It's this really cute traditional guest house. So down here you have like floor tables, cushions and mats. If you go through this way you get to toilets and showers, but you can also go through my room. They have these really cute sliding doors. So this is the room that I'm staying in. It is shared, but that doesn't bother me. And then up the back there's another sliding door, and all over the place they have these really cute sandals that you put on, so you just slide that back close. Honestly, so fetch. I have this nice like outdoor space, and then this is honestly my favorite part. This amazing like flower and tree. I mean, what do you even call this? I'm sorry, I've just woken up. It's like a design feature, I guess. And then along this little walkway, you have toilets and showers. And then around here, you have a really nice, like, communal space. I'm gonna take my sandals off to go inside. Really cute communal space, which honestly, if you were just gonna sit here and stare out the window, I'm probably gonna do that for the rest of the day because I'm so tired. I just want to have a very chill day. And then you come around here, down these little steps, another pair of sandals. And then you have a nice little kitchen. And there's like tea and coffee and chopsticks and things. I think I might just do myself a little tea ceremony because why not? Oh, look at that. That's me. Well, like I said, I'm planning on having a very, very chill day today. I don't even know how many steps I did yesterday, but from the walking tour to the zoo to everything in between, I've probably done about 3 days worth and my body hurts. So luckily I found an onsen, which is about 10 minutes walk away from where I'm staying. And an onsen is essentially just like a natural hot spring bath with minerals. So I'm just gonna go there and soak until I become a shriveled prune. I have looked this one up because I know a lot of the ones in Japan are not really friendly to foreigners and also to people with tattoos. So I have attempted to cover mine with a little plaster. This one, when I looked on their website, they didn't really say anything about it, but I've covered it just in case and just to, you know, be respectful. We have arrived. Okay, that's not the entrance. You can tell from the colour of the sky how long I've been soaking. Do I look suitably shriveled? What an experience. That was great. I need that every single day of my life. I went in there, they had a bunch of different bars, they had saunas. I tried it all out and I was like, I must have been in here for like 2 hours at this point. Like, it's probably time to come out. Went and checked my phone. It was 4:30. I was like, oh good, 4:30. And then I remembered that I got in there at 4. So I was like, no, I have to go back in. I need to get my money's worth. My 490 yen, which is like, I don't know, £3 and 4p. I was like, in this economy, I need to make the most of it. Stayed in there for like another hour and a half. Nearly died of dehydration. Got myself a nice drink from the vending machine. Aloe and white grape, and now I feel like a whole new woman. I have no idea what this man is saying, but I've been seeing these cars all over Kyoto just making these announcements. I don't know if it's like a mayoral election or something. And again. So we were just at the kimono path, which is like an art installation at one of the train stations that basically just shows all of the different traditional patterns of fabric that they use to make the kimonos. And now we are at the bamboo forest. It's incredibly peaceful here, despite all of the people. A bus from the city centre, and we're basically now kind of in the mountains. So it's like I'm a nature girl now. Okay, now we're getting into it. This part is way more dense. Here you like really get a feel for how tall this bamboo really is, because you can see how far down into the ground it goes. The view from the bus up close. Okay, so we are now in part of Kyoto called Gion, which is the geisha district, and I'm about to do a night walking tour, and I wasn't smart enough to think that I should potentially have gone home first to change, or just generally wore something warmer than this, because Kyoto is very cold. But luckily I went to the convenience store, got a nice bottle of hot green tea, so that is keeping me warm currently. I don't know if anybody has ever watched that movie, Memoirs of a Geisha, or read the book. I've read the book, I haven't watched the movie, but I know that it's problematic in its own right, so please don't come for me. But this is exactly how I imagined it to look. So it's obviously, I know that it's based on this area, but it's incredible like how it's now just come to life in my head. It's mostly just to say that I love how much of the original culture and history has been preserved, because this has obviously been here for hundreds and hundreds of years, and it is modernized in a sense, most definitely, but
the subject.
Ah, the subject.
Yeah, and this is the name of the
Schedule,
teacher.
okay.
Yeah, sorry, my accent. And this is the name of the teacher, and this is the days they study. Sometimes it's April, but it can change. That's why I say 3, because now they have to be in the.
I could get food like this in churches back in England. I might be inclined to take up religion. I mean, it was lovely last night, but it's so much nicer in the day, even though it's coming to the end of the cherry blossom season. It still makes me so happy.
The jaw version. Remember I was talking about that monk many months went up there. It's pure land Buddhism of the whole of Japan. So this is a very big, important temple.
I'm terribly sorry to interrupt, but can you talk?
Owning this car would be enough motivation for me to actually learn how to drive. I genuinely do not think that this video is doing justice to the sheer scale of this temple.
No sex, no meat. Basically, to practice it, you've got to be rich, you have to be independently wealthy. So over the centuries, people said, well, you know, if Buddhism is good.
Personally, I was not prepared for this level of physical exercise. I did not train, so I'm not going to use what they call the man steps. I'm going up these, the lady steps, because that is what I am. A small, dainty, classy lady. Believe it or not, it gets bigger. It gets bigger. Didn't I say at some point earlier in this vlog that I am not a nature girl? Why do I do this to myself? So we've now left the shrine and we're walking through Cherry Blossom Park, and even though it is coming toward the end of the season, I can imagine that when the cherry blossoms were in full bloom, this would have been so stunning. Because there are still a few around, but like, you see the vision.
Guy that said it was built in the 500s, I disagree. I think it was built in the 700s. Again, everything, like I was saying, everything in Kyoto has burned down many.
This is very much giving me Diagon Alley, but make it Japanese. Well, that was certainly much more of a hike than I expected, but I mean, I'd say it was pretty worth it. Nice refreshing cup of free green tea. So if there is one thing I love in this life, it is a free sample. If you have watched any of my vlogs ever, which you should, go back and watch them all, you know how much I love a sunset. See, the problem with there being an onsen so close to where I'm staying is that I'll wake up every morning and have a list of like 10,000 things that I want to do. I'll do one of those things and then be like, you know what, I've earned it. I'm gonna treat myself to a nice relaxing evening in the onsen and just do nothing else for the rest of the day. So the weather is a little bit more overcast today, so I thought I would just use this as like a shopping day, not with any sort of plan, just kind of been wandering around. But I stumbled upon this really cool Nishiki market, and they just have a load of really cool stalls, some really delicious looking and smelling food. So I'm just gonna wander around here for a bit and see what I can get. So it seems like it's just a massive mix of like raw food, cooked foods, sweets, souvenirs, and like everything in between. This is so incredibly obnoxious and I love it. It's very much giving sitting in the office and just screaming, oh, did you know I've been to Japan? Without actually saying it. Like, you want to write with this pen and someone come up to you and ask you where you got it, and then you just start telling them about your trip to Japan. Okay, first thing, quail egg skewer. I love me a good egg, but I've never actually tried quail eggs before, so I'm not really sure what the like batter around the egg is, but it's good. Couldn't decide, so I got one each. I'm gonna put.
Thank you, this is boy. Thank you, this is rice.
And, well, tempura on the fried one, of course.
Oh, please don't me.
Well, I obviously couldn't stand, eat, and film at the same time, so you'll just have to take my word for it when I say that they were both delicious. But of course, anything deep fried is going to be best. This guy again. With his announcement van everywhere. Okay. It's actually disgraceful that I've been in Japan for this many days and I haven't had sushi yet. So I finally managed to find some. I've been looking for one of these types of restaurants for so long. Let me show you. Get your own like self-contained pod. This is the menu, and then you order it on this touch screen. I'm just choosing random things to show you, and then once you order, it comes to you via conveyor belt. Sends you an alert when your food is about to arrive. Look at this, and here comes my first plate, I believe. Order up to 4 things at a time, and then here you have your sauces, chopsticks, wasabi, pickled ginger, like everything else. I believe this tap is, I don't know, I hope it's alcohol. It's probably not. I'll figure it out. Purposely choosing ones that are quite out of my comfort zone, or things that I wouldn't normally find like in sushi places in England. For example, grilled eel is not something I've ever had before, so. Oh my goodness. Does bad food exist here? I've heard that it doesn't, but like, I'm really starting to believe it. I think it's safe to say I made a pretty decent dent, but I think I'm gonna call that a night. Of course, I had to get a jelly fruit drink to go because I am a child, but also that meal cost me £11. £11. That's it.